I'm hoping the focus is finally better. I feel like the focus is always good while I'm filming it, and then as I'm editing it, the focus just somehow like stopped being good focus. So hopefully this is good focus, but also welcome to this video. We're gonna talk about probably my favorite thing to talk about all year long is my fall TV schedule. Okay, so for last year, I don't remember the exact number of TV shows that I put in my fall TV show video, but I just know it was a lot. And this year, same deal, we got a lot of TV shows to talk about. I actually have not counted how many of these TV shows I have for this year. I just know that there's a lot. It's definitely over 30. So, as always, we are going to start with Sunday. And for Sunday, I have 4 TV shows that I will be watching. The first one we have is Dancing with the Stars Juniors. Oh my god. Okay, so, as you know, I have been obsessed with Dancing with the Stars since its first season. I love that show so much. But we are finally getting a new, like, spin-off show of Dancing with the Stars, and that is Dancing with the Stars Juniors. And I don't know what to think or feel about this show, because I love Dancing with the Stars, but I'm not sure how the format of the show is going to be with the juniors. I just don't know how this show is going to be, how it's going to look. I just know I'm happy with the 3 judges that they have, which are Mandy Moore, who has been the choreographer for Dancing with the Stars, like, forever. And then we have Val Schmirkowski, who is one of the professional dancers for Dancing with the Stars. And then we have Adam Rippon, who was the winner of the last season of Dancing with the Stars. I'm excited. I'm happy about it, but I am a little worried and a little nervous. I don't know what to expect from this show, so hopefully it goes well. And this show is airing on ABC on October 7th at 8 p.m. So then the next TV show we have on Sunday is Bob's Burgers Season 9. No surprise here that I've chosen to watch Bob's Burgers again for another season. I love this show. It's a great adult cartoon comedy, and I think everyone should be watching it. But for those of you who haven't been here and don't know what Bob's Burgers is about, it is about a man who owns a burger shop, about him and his family, like his wife, their 3 kids, the shenanigans they all get into, and it's just crazy hilarity, and I enjoy it very much. This is also one of those shows where you don't have to watch the seasons previous in order to watch this season, so you can just start watching whenever you want and get into it. And this is premiering on Fox September 30th at 8:30 p.m. The next show that I will hopefully be watching on Sunday is Charmed. This is, I don't know, a reboot of the popular TV show Charmed back in the 90s. I'm not sure what to think of this, but I do want to watch it. I do want to give it a try. I just remember, I didn't watch too much of Charmed when it first came out in the 90s. I just remember liking the premise of it, and I think I watched a couple episodes, but I didn't really get too into it. But it is about these 3 sisters, they're witches. That is all I know. I'm hoping that this will be good. I mean, it's a CW show, so as always, I watch every CW show, so I gotta watch this one. Give it a try. Hopefully it turns out really well, but this is like one of those shows where I'm kind of like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. And this is premiering on the CW October 14th at 9 p.m. Now the last TV show for Sunday is You, a brand new show, and I'm really excited for this. This is based off of the popular adult thriller called You, which I still haven't read yet, but I am planning to read it very, very soon. Oh my god, it just looks very good, and it looks very thrilling and like scary. All I know is that it's about this, I think this like girl and guy kind of like meet, semi-fall in love, but he ends up becoming a stalker. That's really all I know. I'm also really excited because Shay Mitchell is in this show, and I like Shay Mitchell. She was on Pretty Little Liars. I've met her in person. I like her a lot, so I want to support her and watch this show. And this is premiering on Lifetime on September 9th at 10 p.m. Now, let's talk about Monday. Monday has 5 shows that I will be watching. The first one being The Resident, Season 2. I very much liked The Resident Season 1 last fall. When it got a second season, I was like, yes, putting that on my list of TV shows to watch. This is very much just a doctor TV show. I mean, with doctor TV shows, I never know how to explain them. It's just a TV show about doctors, and they handle crazy situations and medications and stuff. What I really enjoyed about the first season was the fact that they dealt with fraud. They did also deal with a couple of like crazy medical situations, but their main thing that they dealt with throughout like the entire season was fraud and trying to get this one doctor in trouble for that purpose. Another thing I really liked about this show is the very first like opening scene for this show. It was crazy. It was just crazy, and like that right there was just like, okay, I see where this show is going. So I very much enjoyed the show, and I'm excited to watch the second season. And this show is premiering on Fox September 24th at 8 p.m. So the next TV show for Monday is The Neighborhood. This is a brand new half-hour comedy sitcom type thing. I'm skeptical about this one, but I do want to give it a try just because Max Greenfield is in it, and I loved him in New Girl. I love him in pretty much everything he does. So I'm gonna watch it to support him, but I don't think it's going to be that great. But this is essentially about a white family move into a predominantly black community, and it's just kind of like about that, I guess, but making it funny. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna do well, but we'll see. And this is premiering on CBS October 1st, 8 p.m. So the next TV show I'll be watching on Monday is Arrow, Season 7. Like I've said with seasons previous, I've kind of been like falling out of it, but I just like need to know I'm like invested in the story, I just need to know where it goes. But as much as Season 6 was kind of like meh, the finale was really good. But it also was making me nervous for this season because I have no idea what they're going to do with it. There was also a death that happened that was very sad, and I cried my eyes out. I'm trying really hard not to give spoilers, but I don't know how to explain the next season without giving spoilers. But just know that essentially I feel like Oliver lost, and now we're gonna have a whole season in like this weird place. Like, hello, what about Felicity and your freaking son, dude? Ugh. We'll see where Season 7 goes. I'm worried. I am worried. Because I feel like this show lately, they have like their first couple of episodes being like, and then like their last few episodes are like really good. But I feel like they need to build up to their finales a little bit better. Hopefully that happens with this season. But again, I don't know if I'm gonna like this season. But we're still gonna watch it because why not? Arrow, if you don't know, it's a superhero show. It's essentially it. I have no idea who the villain is going to be for this season. It's either going to be Oliver himself or literally everyone that he is now surrounded by. But I did like that he kind of like made amends with everybody in the show, because everyone in the show was mad at him, at Oliver. But he apologized to everyone, made amends with everyone, right before he freaking... Anyway, this is airing on the CW October 15th at 8 p.m. The next Monday's show is Happy Together. And this is a brand new, again, half-hour sitcom comedy. And this one doesn't look too bad. Like this one, it looks like it could go either way. It's about this couple, which are played by two people I do very much like, Damon Wayans and the girl whose name I can't remember, but she's been in a couple of things and I like her. But Damon Wayans' character is like the financial guy for a really popular singer who's famous, blah, blah, blah. And then one day that singer's like, hey, I need to lay low for a while. Can I stay here? So we got this like pop star living with like a normal couple. That's, I think, essentially just the premise of the show. I'm not sure there's more to it than that. But It seems funny, it seems like it might work, so hopefully it does. And this is airing on CBS October 1st at 8:30 p.m. And then the last show for Monday is Manifest, which is another new show, and this is an hour drama. Honestly looks intriguing and kind of reminds me a little bit of Lost, so that's the main reason why I'm watching it. But it's about these people. They were on a plane ride or whatever, and then they land, but when they land, it's 5 years later, and I think it's 5 years later. Either way, it's been like a long time, but they're like, we've just been flying for like 5 hours, and it's already 10 years later, or something like that. And everyone's just like, you guys have been missing for years, and it's just like, wait, what? And it's just trying to figure out, I guess, like, what happened? It seems clear to me what happened. But I just don't know how that can turn into an entire show, but I'm assuming what happened was like they somehow went through like some time travel rift or something and flew in a different time period for like a few hours, but then when they went back through the time rift, they landed years earlier. I don't know. I can't explain this stuff well. Seems very science fiction-y, and that stuff's always hard for me to explain. I am intrigued for sure, and I'm hoping it gives me some Lost vibes that I have been craving and missing. And this is airing on NBC September 24th at 10 p.m. Now it's time for Tuesday. And Tuesday, I believe, has the most shows in one day, and it's got 7 shows that I'm going to be watching. The first is The Gifted, Season 2. I watched this show last fall season, and I very much enjoyed it. I don't think I love this show, but I definitely like this show, and I'm excited to see where we go with the second season. But this show follows pretty much just like people with superpowers and people who don't have superpowers, which is mainly the government, and they're just kind of like clashing. And it's just fighting for survival and equality, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but it is a superhero show. I can't remember too much of the ending of the season. I just remember the betrayal of one of the characters, and that was shocking. There were actually a lot of like shocking moments throughout this season that just really bring me in to the story and just get me to like really want to watch it. So I am excited for season 2. I'm hoping it's just as good as season 1, if not better. And this is airing on Fox September 25th at 8 p.m. The next show is The Flash, one of my absolute favorite shows. This is another superhero show following The Flash, who runs really fast, fighting crime and other people who have special powers. It's a typical superhero show. But I love The Flash so much, and I love the characters, and just, And this past season, season 4, I've really enjoyed the villain. It was a very good villain. I do think that season 4 went a little too long. I felt like they could have definitely condensed it a little bit so it wasn't that many episodes. So I'm hoping that season 5 won't be as long. I still really love this show, and I hope it doesn't break my heart like the last season did, because it really broke my heart and shattered me. I remember crying for like the last 5 episodes. I just was crying about something. I'm excited, of course. This is, I think, one of my like top 5 most anticipated TV shows for this fall season. Definitely. And this is airing on the CW October 9th at 8 p.m. Next, we have a new half-hour comedy called The Kids Are All Right. This kind of gives me Goldberg's vibes, although this takes place, I believe, more in like the 70s, and it follows a mom and dad, and I think they're like 6 sons, and so it's just a house full of boys in the 70s, and I don't know, it just gives me Goldberg's vibes in the sense of it's like about a family growing up, going through stuff. Watching the trailer, I didn't really laugh too much, but I'm hoping that's because they're saving their best jokes for the actual show and not the trailer. I'm excited for this. We'll see how this one goes, how it works out, but I'm thinking it might do pretty well. I don't think it'll do as good as the Goldbergs, but I think it will definitely do well. And this premieres on ABC October 16th at 8:30 p.m. Next we have This Is Us Season 3, which, again, one of my like most anticipated shows for this fall season. Oh my god, I freaking love This Is Us, and it is so heartbreaking and emotional, but so good. It pretty much just follows these triplets throughout their life, from like when they were little kids to teenagers to adults, and dealing with the loss of their father, dealing with weight problems, dealing with racism, dealing with fame. They even deal with adoption. They just deal with a lot of stuff, and they cover a lot of ground, and it's one of, honestly, I think the best TV shows on TV right now. This is just a truly great show, and if you haven't watched it, how dare you? You need to be watching this. And so this premieres on NBC September 25th at 9 p.m. The next show I'll be watching is Black Lightning, Season 2. I did very much enjoy Season 1. It's again another superhero TV show on the CW. I am blanking on how Season 1 ended. It seems like we're gonna get the whole family as a team of like fighting superhero-ness, because his two daughters found out they have powers in Season 1. One embraced it, the other one didn't embrace it, but I'm hoping that the family comes together and just becomes a family of fighting superheroes, and they take down like their crime-ridden town, because there's a lot of drug dealing, a lot of crime happening in their town, so they're trying to take it down. And yes, I'm excited for Season 2. It's all you really need to know. And this is airing on the CW October 9th at 9 p.m. Then we have Splitting Up Together, Season 2. This is a half-hour comedy that wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. It was okay. And this pretty much just follows a married couple. They decide that they want to split up. They want to get a divorce, but they're going to still live in the same house and raise their kids together. And they deal with like obviously raising their kids, but also being divorced, and then also dealing with the other person dating someone else. It's not like super crazy, but it does have its funny moments. And I mean, I'm gonna watch Season 2, but if it doesn't get any better, or if it doesn't hold my interest much longer, then I probably will drop out of it, but hopefully it does well. And this is going to be airing on ABC October 16th at 9:30 p.m. And the last TV show for Tuesday is a brand new medical TV drama, and that's all I know about it. I remember watching the trailer, but I can't really remember what exactly happens in the trailer. I just remember it was a doctor show, and they seem to be doing really well for me lately, so I'm just going to keep on with the trend of watching medical dramas, and hopefully this one turns out well. Did I say the name of the show? I don't think I did. It's New Amsterdam. And so this is going to be airing on NBC September 25th at 10 p.m. And now we're on to Wednesday. Wednesday has 6 TV shows that I'm going to watch. First show on Wednesday is actually a show that's already airing, and that is Alone Together, Season 2. I'm not sure how many episodes it has left to really be considered a fall TV show, but I figured I'd put it on here because I feel like the last few episodes are going to be during this fall time. I watched the first season of Alone Together, and I liked it. It's a very quirky half-hour comedy about 2 people living in Los Angeles. They're not pretty, they're not rich, but they try very hard to act like they are. It's very relatable, especially for me, living in Los Angeles, not as pretty as people here, not rich at all, just trying to pretend I am. So that's why I love this show. It is very relatable to me, and I do find it very funny. I'm enjoying the second season so far. Has not failed me yet. And this is on Freeform at 8 p.m. and it aired on August 1st. The next show is The Goldbergs. I already mentioned this a little bit earlier, but this is a very great show. It's going into Season 6. Oh my god, I did not think that this show would go this far. Not because it's not good, but because I didn't feel like it has as much hype as it should, because it is a very good half-hour comedy about a family in the 80s. It also has sentimental value to me because it's about a real live family that is from my town, and it takes place in my like hometown of Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. I enjoyed season 5. I'm excited for season 6. I will say I want more Erica. I get that Erica's in college, but she can still be in it, right? Although she probably will be, since the end of the season she dropped out of college. This is a very fun time. Of course, favorite characters, Barry, forever and always. So this will be airing on ABC September 26th at 8 p.m. The next show we have, again, one of my like most anticipated shows of this fall season, and that is Riverdale, season 3. We all know I love this show. The show is just fantastic. They take the Archie comics and put it in a very dark murder mystery setting, and I think it's just shot so beautifully with all like the colors and the neon. I don't think the second season was as good as the first season, but I still very much enjoyed it, and I just, oh my god, I love Jughead so much. Season 3, where is it going? Did they say where it was going? I'm not sure. I really love that in the second season they had a musical episode. If they do a musical episode again in the third season, I'm all for it. I want it. Give me more musical episodes. And this is premiering on the CW October 10th at 8 p.m. And then the next show we're going to talk about is a brand new TV show coming to the CW. And it's one I probably normally wouldn't have been interested in, but because it's the CW, I am willing to give it a try. And that is All American. What I know about this TV show, I think it's based off of a book by Jason Reynolds that I have not read, but I've heard great things about the book. And it's about this guy who is just like not well off, like he's from a very poor family, he's poor whatever, but then he gets a scholarship to play football at this like very rich elite high school. Either that or it's college. I feel like it's high school though. That's really all I know about it, but apparently there's a lot of class struggles and race struggles and I think stuff like that that go on with this show as well. And I'm not sure how to feel about it. But this is of course airing on the CW October 10th at 9 p.m. The next show for Wednesday is Single Parents, and I have a feeling this is going to be very bad, but for some reason I still want to watch the train wreck happen. This is a half-hour comedy, it's brand new, and it's just about single parents. That's literally the concept. They're single parents, they have kids that are in school, and they like have their own little like single parents community, and then like the teacher tries to like bond with them. I don't know, that's all I get from the trailer, and like I said, it looks bad, but we'll see. And this is airing on ABC September 26th at 9:30 p.m. And then the last show I want to talk about for Wednesday is A Million Little Things. And this show is giving me very much This Is Us vibes, but dealing with suicide and depression. I feel like the show is going to break me, and I'm probably going to cry every single episode. But that's why I feel like it's giving me such This Is Us vibes. And so I'm hoping that it is just as good as This Is Us. I feel like the show is going to do very well, and I hope it does. I feel like I now have like such high expectations for this show and that it might not deliver, but I feel like it will. And this is airing on ABC September 26th at 10 p.m. Now we're on to Thursday. And Thursday, there's only 4 shows I have to talk about. The first one is a show that is already airing right now, and that is Jersey Shore Family Vacation Season 2. I'm very surprised that it got a Season 2, but also very surprised that it's come this quickly, because the first season aired this summer, and literally a few weeks later, maybe like a month later, we've got the second season. This time they're in Vegas. What I expect from this show is just trash, and that is what I'm getting, and it's great. It's the reality TV show reunion of the Jersey Shore people and their drunken escapades. I like it better now that they're like older and some of them are parents. It feels more mature than, of course, the original Jersey Shore. It's now like, you know, instead of just fighting constantly all the time, it's like they're fighting and then they resolve it, and then they grow and they move on, and I like that. So I mean, yes, it's trash, but I do very much enjoy it. And this is on MTV at 8 p.m. and it aired August 23rd. Next we have The Good Place Season 3, which I think is probably one of the best sitcoms that is on TV right now. It is the best sitcom on TV right now. It is so good. The twists you never see coming. We're on to Season 3 for this fall season and I'm very excited about it. Oh my god, I wish I could explain what happened at the end of second season to tell you why I'm excited for the third season, but I can't. I'll just explain the first season if you don't know, but this follows a girl who has died and gone to the good place. But she was not a good human being on Earth when she was living. So she realizes that there must have been a mess up or like a screw up somewhere with paperwork because she's supposed to be in the bad place and not the good place. But she does not want to leave the good place. So she gets her soulmate that they assigned her when she went to the good place who is a philosophy professor and major or whatever, to help her become a better person so she can stay in the good place. But that's pretty much the premise of the first season, and it's just so much fun and hilarity. If you want, the first 2 seasons, I believe, are available on Netflix, so go ahead and watch it before the third season airs. And this airs on NBC September 27th at 8 p.m. The next show we have is Legacies, and this is a brand new show coming to the CW, and this show makes me want to laugh because it's a spin-off of a spin-off of the Vampire Diaries. Because, you know, we had the Vampire Diaries, which I very much enjoyed, and then we had a spin-off of that show called The Originals, which was about the original vampires, which did appear in the show The Vampire Diaries. Now that the Originals is done, they're still going with it, and they're bringing Legacies, and we're following Klaus's daughter as she goes to school. And so we're also getting Alaric and probably Caroline back from the Vampire Diaries. That's all I know about this show, but I just figure since I've been invested in these characters and these shows for so long, I can't just give up on it now. So we'll see how Legacies goes. And I actually very much enjoyed Klaus's daughter, like the girl who played her. I really liked her acting and I liked her character. And so I might like Legacies. We'll see. This is airing on the CW October 25th at 9 p.m. I think the camera somehow moved. But anyway, the next show I want to talk about, and the last show for Thursday, is I Feel Bad. And this is a brand new comedy show produced by Amy Poehler, which is why I'm giving it a shot because I trust Amy Poehler. It's a comedy about a mom who she seems like she's the perfect mom, the perfect wife, perfect boss, but really she's not. She's just like trying really hard, and then she feels bad when she like screws up, or you know, when she has like a sex dream about someone else. It's not her husband. I'm not sure where it's gonna go, and I'm not sure how to feel about this. I'm thinking it's one of those shows where it could be good or it could be really bad. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's good. I'll let you guys know. And this is airing on NBC October 4th at 9:30 p.m. Now it's time for the last day of the week, and that is Friday. And for Friday, we have 5 shows to talk about. The first one being Dancing with the Stars. Surprise, surprise, it's on my list, but also surprise, it's on a Friday. I don't know why it's on a Friday or what they plan to do with that. It's going into season 27. Super excited. I have no idea who the cast is. I'm truly, truly excited about Dancing with the Stars, as I always am. Don't know what else to say about it, unless you don't know what the show's about, which it's about professional dancers teach like B and C-list celebrities how to dance ballroom, and then it's a competition, and then whoever wins a trophy. It's a fun time. I enjoy it. I actually love watching the dances. And this is airing on ABC September 28th at 8 p.m. The next show I'm going to talk about is Speechless, Season 3. I'm so happy this show got a Season 3. I remember watching the first season being like, I love this show, but there's not enough hype around it, so I don't know if it's going to get another season. But it keeps getting seasons, and I'm so happy. This show, we follow a family living in present day, and it's a mom, dad, 3 kids. One of them, I believe, has cerebral palsy, but then we also follow like the guy that they hired to kind of be like the cerebral palsy kid's interpreter while at school, or whatever. It's hysterical. I love this show so much, and of course Minnie Driver is in it and she's great, and I don't know what else I need to say to make you guys watch this show, but just watch it. And this airs on ABC on October 5th at 8:30 p.m. Then we have season 4 of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which again, I think this is in my top 5 most anticipated TV shows of this fall season. And I mean, especially because of where season 3 left off, I don't want to give spoilers, but then how do I explain why I'm excited? Ugh. They did announce that season 4 is going to be its final season, which I'm like not okay with. I love that season 3 kind of dealt with like mental illness, mental disorder, and like in a very serious yet also comical way. And it was very well done. I will say the humor in the show is super smart. And we've come a long way from season 1, but with season 1 we follow a girl who goes to moves to California for a guy, and she tries to get this guy to fall in love with her, but she kind of gets a little obsessive, crazy, stalkerish. Like, there is a reason it's called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's phenomenal, and we've got a bunch of like musical numbers here and there, like maybe 2 or 3 an episode, and it's just fan-flipping-tastic. I also very much enjoyed the Josh Groban cameo in the 3rd season. I don't know how they're gonna do this season though, with her like, I'm not gonna spoil it, I'm not gonna spoil it. And this is airing on the CW October 12th at 9 p.m. The next show we've got is Midnight Texas, season 2. I did not think this was getting a 2nd season. This aired last summer, not this summer that just happened, but like the one before. And I was expecting it to come back this summer if it was gonna come back, but I didn't see anything about it, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's not coming back. But it is coming back, but for the fall season, which makes me so excited, because usually they reserve summer shows as like their bad shows, so the fact that they're moving it to fall means it's good. It is based off of a book series that I have not read yet, but I want to. And we follow this town. It's Midnight. It's in Texas. Like, the town's name is Midnight. And this is a town where the supernatural come together, or like, it's where they live. They're just like drawn to this town. So we've got angels, we got werewolves, vampires, assassins, psychics, a bunch of supernatural type beings. And then we also have humans that live in this town too, and they like coexist. But every now and then some like random villain comes in and tries to mess things up. But then also hell is apparently trying to take over Earth, and like it's the end of the world and they're trying to stop that. And it's just a really crazy time. It's very enjoyable, and it is very much like a roller coaster ride, not with emotions but with action, and it's so good, and I'm very excited for the 2nd season. And this is airing on NBC on October 26th at 9 p.m. And then last but not least, for Friday we have The Good Doctor, season 2. So happy. Again, this is a medical TV drama following a autistic doctor. I think it is done so well. Freddie Highmore portrays an autistic person very well. I believe like Freddie Highmore is amazing. I love him. I love how they write the dynamics between like the other workers working with someone who is autistic, and I think it's done very smartly and done very well. Again, we also have the added, you know, medical mysteries that happen as they're being doctors doing their job. I really like this show. I'm happy it got a 2nd season. And this is airing on ABC September 28th at 10 p.m. Now we're going to move on to Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime shows that are coming. Now I will say with Hulu and Amazon, I'm going to have to get creative because I don't have a Hulu or Amazon Prime account. I'm assuming this isn't all of them that are coming like in the fall season, but these are just the ones that I was able to find. It's very hard to look up like Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime original shows that are coming out, because they always have so many that I feel like there's too many to even talk about. But anyway, let's just get started. The first one is one that has already aired. I'm not sure how I'm going to watch it, but we're going to try to find a way. But it's coming to Amazon Prime, and it's It's Jack Ryan. It's not a typical TV show I would go for. I think they did come out with a couple movies, like some Jack Ryan movies, but now they've done a TV show and it looks very interesting. And it's starring John Krasinski, who I love, and I think he makes a perfect Jack Ryan. I'm mainly watching it just for John Krasinski. I'm not really sure what this show is about. I just know there's a lot of action, lots of explosions, and it looks good. So I want to see it. But yeah, so Amazon Prime, it premiered August 31st. So the next one I want to talk about is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is a show about Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but gone dark. And it's supposed to be, I think, kind of like a spin-off to Riverdale, but yet it's not on the CW. I think this was supposed to be on the CW, but then Netflix took it. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to do crossover episodes, I was hoping for that. That's okay, I'm still very excited for like this dark take on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And that's really all I know about it, so hopefully it does well. But this is premiering on Netflix on October 26th. The next show is The Good Cop, and honestly, I don't know anything about this except Josh Groban's in it. And if you remember, I enjoyed Josh Groban's cameo, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I just love Josh Groban in general, so the fact that he's gonna be in a show, very much enjoying that, and I'm excited about it. So, The Good Cop. It's premiering on Netflix on September 21st. Then we have The Man in the High Castle, Season 3. I will say the first season so far has been my favorite. Second season was a little but I still very much enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see where they take Season 3. I feel like, honestly, it's getting to a point where it's just so confusing that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up or be able to keep track, because we are now dealing with a ton of time travel that I just don't know what to do with. So we'll see. And this is an Amazon Prime show. It is airing on October 5th. Hello! There's probably a huge mess behind me. I'm just going to ignore it's there. So are you. So this is Editing Ellen coming to you because there are 3 new things that I just saw like trailers for that are coming out as well in the fall season that I definitely need to watch. So we're gonna add 3 more shows. The first show that we're gonna add is American Vandal Season 2. I am so happy this got a second season. This is a show on Netflix. The first season aired last year and it was one of my favorites. I want to say it was in my top 10 of TV shows last year. Can't remember where it fell. This show is so good, and so the fact that it got a second season, I'm so happy. I actually just watched the trailer for the second season because it just released, and it looks so funny. So basically with this one, we're following, instead of like the question, who drew the dicks, this season is about who is the turd burglar. And I don't admit this, but I'm going to admit this here. I actually find poop humor very funny, and that's what this season is about. So instead of following a senior prank gone wrong, we are following someone who is like spiking the lemonade or the water at this school and making every kid in the school poop a lot. And it's just trying to solve who is the turd burglar, and it just looks really funny, and I'm excited about it. So check it out, American Vandal Season 2 on Netflix, premiering September 14th. Another one I want to talk about is the show Atypical. This is also getting a second season. This is a show about, okay, I'm trying to remember because I watched the first season last year. And it's about a family, you know, mom, dad, brother, sister. I think the main character is the brother, and that's who we mainly follow. And he, if I remember correctly, has a form of autism. And so we follow him trying to find love in the first season, which I'm assuming they might be continuing on with the second season. But we, of course, also follow the sister and what's going on in her life, and, of course, how protective she is of her brother. And then the parents, I believe, are having, like, marital issues. Like, I think they're going through a divorce. I liked the first season. I don't think I loved it, but I still very much enjoyed it, and so I'm excited to watch a second season of this show. And that is, of course, airing on Netflix as well, September 7th. And then the last show that is getting a second season that I want to talk about is World's Most Extraordinary Homes. Season 2. I watched this a few months ago maybe. It is so good. I love watching shows about homes and like seeing homes, rebuilding homes, like anything that's like HGTV-esque. I love it. And that's what this show gives me. We follow these two like British people. One's an architect, one just really loves homes, I think, like me. And they visit these people's homes that are like extraordinary in some architectural way. And so they talk to the owner of the house, they talk to the architects, they talk to like everyone and talk about how it came to be, how they thought about this idea, what they think of it now. And it's just a really great show, and so I'm happy it's got a second season. I cannot wait, and this is airing on Netflix September 7th. Whoops, sorry, that was a lie. It is airing September 14th. So that is it. I'm assuming there probably will be more Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon shows that I'll be interested in, but these are the ones that I know about right now and that have come to my attention. So hopefully I do get a chance to watch all of these shows, and I'm hoping I like all of them. Actually, no. I probably shouldn't. There probably should be some that I stop watching because this is too many TV shows. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe watch the shows along with me and we can discuss them down together in the comments. And I will see you guys later with some wrap-ups. Hopefully they are coming soon. I promise they are coming. And then also there will be a summer book haul for you because fall is now here. Summer is over. We need a book haul. So I will see you guys later with a ton more videos. Bye!